Take a deep breath and let's say this affirmation together. Today, I choose to align with wealth and abundance. Today, I choose to align with wealth and abundance. Today, I choose to align with wealth and abundance. In my last video, I talked about how money responds to your energy. In this video, I want to talk about how you can change your energy or shift your energy and rebuild your identity to align with wealth and abundance. First, I want to give gratitude to all of you guys for showing so much love on my last video. It's been getting a lot of positive feedback. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I just feel like March feels like abundance. So I want to continue that conversation. And if you're new here, if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining and being a part of this space. And more importantly, thank you for showing up for yourself, because this channel is dedicated to self-work. It's dedicated to you showing up for you. So thank you. So when we talk about shifting our energy into wealth and abundance, it's really important that we recognize the thoughts that we're thinking and the way that we're feeling on a day-to-day basis, because our energy is really the predominant way that we feel, think, and see the world. Your energy is a combination of your thoughts, your beliefs, your attitude or mood or emotional state. All of that projects outwardly. Like you think of a projector or you think of a flashlight. Energetically, we're all putting something out into the universe. I didn't really understand energy, let alone my own energy, until I went through a depression in like 2017. I had a very backwards perspective when it came to the connection between my thoughts and my emotions. I thought that I was thinking negatively because I was feeling negatively, and I was feeling negatively because of things outside of my control. What brought me out of that depression was learning and understanding that I can change how I feel simply by changing how I'm thinking about any situation, whether it's relationships, money, health, everything. Somebody in my comments mentioned that, you know, you don't have to be, you're basically like your energy doesn't have to be high to receive money. Like there's people that are going through depressions and they still are, have money. I'm not saying that you have to be this happy person in order to receive money. You should be a happy person because you should want to be a happy person, because that is what feels good to you. But that is not a requirement to receive money, because I know plenty of happy people that don't have a lot of money, right? And vice versa. It's not so much of you just being happy all the time. It's about your actual beliefs about money. What are the things that you're actually saying to yourself and to the world when it comes to money? Are you saying that there's not enough? Are you saying that there's only a certain amount of people who have all the money and that will ever have all the money? Are you saying that all the rich people are taking from these people and that people? Are these the beliefs that you are regurgitating to yourself on a daily basis? Now, you won't fully know that or be conscious of that if you haven't taken time to pay attention to how you're thinking. But I guarantee you, if you do that, you will notice that there is a correlation between what you are telling yourself on any subject, whether it's money, like I said, love, health, whatever. You will notice the correlation between your thoughts and what you are energetically projecting. Now, I have a question for you. In this current moment, how would you describe your energy in this current moment? If you can give one word, how would you describe your energy right now? I'm going to give you some time. Let me know in the comments. So energy is powerful. And when we talk about shifting our energy, shifting a state of being that we have been predominantly in for a long period of time. It's going to take intentional effort to change that because we're so normalized in how we feel, right? We feel comfortable, even if it's not necessarily the way that we want to feel. If you have predominantly been feeling negatively or feeling broke, feeling lack, your safe space for your subconscious mind and your nervous system is broke, lack, scarcity, all of that, right? So it takes intentional effort to shift from that and get on a whole new wavelength. If you secretly see yourself as someone who struggles with money, then your subconscious mind will make it its mission to recreate experiences that align with that belief. Next thing you know, you're getting unexpected bills, your car's breaking down, someone calls you and tells you that you owe them money, or bill collectors are calling you all of a sudden. You are creating these experiences because this is who you believe yourself to be. Your mind needs consistency. Your subconscious mind needs identity consistency. So if for a long period of time you have been thinking from lack, you've been thinking how you don't have enough money, how money is hard to make, how if it's one thing after the other, if that has been your predominant energy space, you are living in that world and your mind has to make it real to you. So in order for you to change that, you have to start to see yourself differently. You have to start thinking differently. You have to see yourself as a wealthy person before you get any evidence of money. I read this book that I highly recommend, and it's called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Waltz. Maxwell Maltz. I'll put his name on the screen, or I'll put the book on the screen. But that book talks about the self-concept theory, and it talks about how we have an inner image, how we see ourselves is directly correlated to how we can achieve certain goals or how much money we can make. Our self-image literally controls how far we can go or how much we can accomplish because it is our identity. It is our belief system about ourselves. So the question is, how do you change how you see yourself? You literally, quite literally have to train your mind to see abundance everywhere. You have to intentionally focus your mind on abundance and wealth. However you see it, wherever you see it, it's truly about tuning your focus to that majority of the time because you're already doing that. You're already focusing on something majority of the time, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, whether it's lack, whether it's wealth, you are focusing on something predominantly of the time. So it's really just about intentionally doing that. Instead of just letting your mind focus on whatever, you train your mind to focus specifically on abundance. And depending on where you are, you can start off in the most simplest ways. I love to think about how nature is abundant. Like, abundance is our nature. Okay, the trees have an abundance of leaves. We can't count how many rocks are in the sand. We can't measure the sky. Like, abundance is everywhere. It's truly everywhere you go. You can't escape it. We're abundant. And money isn't separate from that. We separate ourselves from it, but it's really not separate from all of the other things that are abundantly available to us. The only difference is that we choose to focus on the lack of it more of the time. In my last video, I talked about having positive conversations about money to yourself. You have an abundant amount of time to do that. You can do that anytime. And you don't have to do it out loud. You can say it to yourself silently, like, I am a wealthy person. Abundance just flows to me effortlessly. I have so much to be thankful for. I have so much to be grateful for. My life is rich. My life is full. You can tell yourself that right now. No one's stopping you. No one's coming to tell you, nope, that's not true. You forgot about this. No, like, you are the creator. So you have to take the reins and start training your mind to focus on abundance. However you can see it, wherever you can see it, whenever your a expensive car drives past you, acknowledge that. Say, wow, that is a beautiful car. Or I know that I could drive that car one day. Tell yourself that, oh, I can afford that. I can afford that car. When I'm walking through the stores, if I see something that I really like and it's up there in price, and I know it's up there in price, I still tell myself I can afford that. I just don't want it right now, but I can afford that. All of these things will, over time, your mind will, your energy, your mind, all of it will shift to align with that. And it has to be your reality. It has to be presented to you physically, because that is the law of the universe. It's just simply the law. When you understand the laws of the universe, you understand that there is no limit to wealth, health, love, abundance. It's all available to you. When you go to the bank, think about all of the money that is flowing in and out of that bank every single day. Think about how much money is flowing through the world every single day. The problem that we have is we think that if we focus on the negative, if we focus on the problems more, then they'll be fixed. But really, we just continue to perpetuate the problems. We make more of the problems because we're focusing on it. Your focus is currency. And it took me a while to really understand that. Like I said, I'm still fully grasping these concepts, because it's not until you actually put them into practice and you start using your life as an example that you understand it. Just think of all the money that you have spent over your life this far. How much money you've spent since the first time you was able to spend money to now. You don't even know the number, right? It could be millions, right? We don't like, we are so abundant in so many different ways, but we don't think about it. So now I have some garden work for you. If you are a journaler or you like to journal, you can write 10 things that you notice that is abundant. Okay, like anything within your day, write it down, acknowledge it, and feel that energy of abundance. Connect yourself to that energy as much as you can. Another thing that you can do is have an abundant conversation with yourself. Tell yourself how abundant you are. Tell yourself, list all the things that you have to be grateful for. The third thing, if not the biggest thing for me, is visualizing. I'm going to probably say it in every video, but see yourself. See yourself as being wealthy. How does that version of you think? How do they move throughout their day? How do they make decisions? How do they feel? Are they happy? Are they free? Whatever. Visualize it and see yourself as that. See yourself as it now. Don't even see it as, oh, this is going to be the future me. This is the future version of myself. No, there is no future. There is no past. There's only the present. That is the only thing that exists right now. So when you're thinking about the future, you're actually thinking about it in the present. When you finally experience the future, it will be the past. And I know that probably sounds confusing, but time is really an illusion. Everything that exists is now. Nothing exists past this moment. So part of seeing yourself as being wealthy is understanding how precious this time that you have now is and how much you can do in this time. We choose to use this time to complain, to have pity on ourselves, to worry, to be fearful. The moment that you start seeing yourself as a wealthy person, your mind will make it its mission to create experiences that align with that belief. You must see yourself as wealthy before you can become it. If you made it this far, comment, "Today I choose to align with wealth and abundance." Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that this video brought you some value. If you would like to personally work with me, I do offer one-on-one sessions called Paradigm Shift Sessions. They'll be linked in the description below. Also, if you love to read books, I have started a book club called the Inner Garden Book Club over on my YouTube membership. And right now we are reading Don't Believe Everything You Think by David Wynn. But with all that being said, I hope you live in love, live in light, and I'm rooting for you. Bye.